Hi guys, today we'll be doing a review on two of AVTECH's new push video all-in-one HD IP cameras. Firstly we have the AVN80X, which is the base model in their lineup, and then we have the AVN812, which is the wireless version of their cameras in the lineup. This is an unmarked box because it's currently a demo test from AVTECH for me to review. If we go ahead and open up the AVN801, move this out of the way. In the box we get the quick setup for iPhone and iPad, a mini disc with software. If you're a Mac user, don't use this disc, it won't work for you. We have the power supply, which is, if anyone's interested, is a 5V 2A power supply. It's kind of tangled because I've already opened this up before. Ethernet cable for connectivity to the camera. The mounting bracket. And of course the camera itself. Open up the camera. We have the PIR sensor for movement detection, microphone so you can hear what's happening where the camera is, status LEDs for connectivity and data connection, obviously the camera itself, and this is a focus ring so you can adjust the clarity of the picture. And on the back we have the Ethernet connection, power, and these alarm I/O ports, which allow you to send in and out signals from the camera to an alarm system, which can be controlled through the computer or the iPhone. Go ahead and open up the mounting bracket. Got this nice little kit. In here is the main part that connects to the camera. We have the stand, mounting screws if you need them, and the plate, quite easy to set up. Just go ahead and screw it in, screw in the next part, get this little white plastic ring and stick it over that nut, and then it quite simply just screws onto the camera like so. And then you can just adjust this thumb screw, spin it around wherever you want. Ceiling mount like that, or maybe a wall mount. You've got full 360-degree adjustment from this stand. Go ahead and tighten that up. I won't be doing the setup of these cameras in my review because that can be found in the review of the AVN80X. All the cameras are pretty much the same. They've got the same interfaces online on the web browsers, so I won't be doing that in this review. I'm just giving you an overview of the cameras themselves and what you can expect from them. Now if I put this to the side for a minute, we'll go ahead and open up the wireless camera. We've got much of the same layout and packaging. Another quick setup guide. Power, this is an adapter for Australia, which they included for me. But this is the power supply. Again, it's tangled up, so I've already used this. If anyone's interested, this again is 5V 2A. I know some people might need longer runs of power or something, useful to know. Then we have the camera itself, and of course the mounting bracket. If we go to the camera, this is slightly different to the base model camera, as you can see. The differences include, just bring this camera up, comparing the cameras. In the wireless one we've got an LED light, so if you're in night time you can see what's going on. A speaker, so this allows for full two-way audio connectivity, so you've got the microphone speaker so you can hear what's happening where the camera is, Then you can speak to wherever the camera is as well. Status LEDs are on the other side, same camera, and you've got the socket for the antenna. It comes with this small antenna, which is pretty good. Some people might need larger ones, not really necessary unless the camera is in a very weird or restrictive location. If you spin it over, on the back, pretty much the same. There's also an Ethernet port on the wireless version, which is used for setup and allows for a wider range of use if your requirements change and you want to go to wired connection. The options there. You've got the alarm I/O ports and the little adapter that allows you to just push these down and put your cable in and let go and it'll grab it. They've both got the reset button. This one also features the WPS button, which allows you to quickly set up to wireless connections. If your modem or router also has this button, you click it on both and they should generally connect up to each other. It kind of opens up the network for connectivity. And that's pretty much all that comes in the differences between these two cameras. This one's also got a USB port, which is currently not used by the camera because AVTECH is still working on the firmware, but this will have support in the future for other devices. Yeah, so like I said, I won't be going through this setup. The wireless setup is pretty much the same again. All you have to do is plug in the Ethernet cable, and I'll actually show you what happens when you plug it in the camera for the first time. Yeah, I won't go through the setup. It's not needed to do it every time for each camera because they're all pretty much the same. So if I go ahead and plug in the base model AVN80X, you'll get the blue flashing lights appear after the camera has actually started up. And I have to plug in the Ethernet cable. And we should be getting some blue lights. There we go. Sorry, the power supply wasn't plugged in properly. Plugging the Ethernet cable, and the two solid lights means, so at the moment it's starting up, but two solid lights indicate that it's got connectivity, so the cable's plugged in. As well, it's actually connected to the internet, so it can be, have remote access. Sometimes I'll blink on different, combinations, blink on and off. It means there's something wrong, like it can't connect to the internet or the cable's not plugged in, something like that. There we go. Now it means it's connecting to the internet. And that status light should go solid after it's worked out that the cable is actually plugged in. It might take a little time to start up. And then you can do a network search using the software, or maybe access your router, and you can find out what the IP address of the camera is. Hit that into your web browser, and then you can just follow the setup guide, which you can find in my other review of the AVN80X, and that also covers the setup on the iPhone and how to do remote viewing and all the features of the web browser and iPhone software. And this actually isn't connecting because my cable isn't plugged in under my desk, but that's alright. I'll unplug it anyway, just to give you an idea of how it works. The wireless camera in the setup, you do pretty much the same thing, but you've got to plug into Ethernet first, do the setup, add the wireless settings, and then just unplug the Ethernet cable. It will connect to the wireless network, and boom, the camera is enabled for wireless use. The mounting bracket for this one is again the same setup, but I'll just open it up to show you something you might need to be aware of if you're buying this camera. It's a slight limitation, but it shouldn't really affect most people. Again, exactly the same mounting setup, and you get the screws, which will be needed if you're mounting it on a wall or something like that. Put the plastic bit on and screw onto the camera. Be aware that these are both indoor cameras, so they're not rated for outdoor use. So this would be good in office environments, indoors, in your home maybe, wherever you like. Now the limitation I was talking about is if you're mounting the camera upside down on a roof and you're in wireless mode, the camera actually can't be placed on a 90-degree angle to the stand because, as you can see, the antenna is too high. So the max you can go is about there if you can pretend that the roof is coming across here. That's about as far as you go, but that angle is probably what you'll need, if not more, to get a view of the room from the roof. You'd have to have a really low roof at a long range to need the camera to be up this high. So it's not really a problem, but something to keep in mind if that was needed in your environment. The cameras are both great IP cameras. I've had no problems with them being a Mac user. AVTECH are known for having great Mac support, as well as Windows, iPad, iPhone, Android, you name it. They've got software on that system, and it works terrifically. The cameras are built well. They're solid. Obviously, don't use them outside. That's not what they're designed for. But for indoor home use on a budget, they're great, reasonably priced cameras, and I'd recommend that you go and buy one today.